Hi and welcome. B'ezrat Hashem, today I'd like to share with you a beautiful message that we learned from this week's Parsha by Rebbe Biderman. He says that the Frierdiker Rebbe, Rabbi Yosef Lubavitch, Zachron Livrocha, says that people think that all they need to do is just to wait for Mashiach. But they forget that in Mitzrayim they needed tefillah too, and only then they were saved. This perhaps sounds surprising because Hashem promised Abraham Avinu that he would take the Jewish nation out of Mitzrayim. The time has arrived, but they required tefillahs. Without tefillah, the Eden wouldn't leave Mitzrayim. Everything is attained through tefillah. It states in this week's Parsha, Parsha Shmos 2:23-24, and Bnei Yisrael sighed from the labor. They cried out, and their cry ascended to Hashem from the labor. And Hashem heard their cry, and Hashem remembered his covenant. And Hashem remembered his promise to the Avos that he will take the Eden out of Mitzrayim. The Rabbeinu Bachya writes, "The time for redemption has arrived, but they didn't deserve to be saved. They davened a lot to Hashem, and Hashem accepted their tefillahs." This teaches us that the future redemption depends on tshuva and tefillah. To be redeemed from Mitzrayim, they needed tshuva and tefillah. And also, to be redeemed from our present golus, we need tefillahs. Hashem performed many miracles by Yetzias Mitzrayim, but one miracle didn't occur: the healing of Moshe Rabbeinu's speech impediment. Moshe said to Hashem in 4:10, "I am heavy of mouth and heavy of tongue." The Ramban, Nachmanides, writes, Moshe said, "Don't command me to go to Pharaoh, because it isn't proper that the master of all should send a messenger with a speech impediment to speak to a king of a country." The solution was that Hashem heals Moshe. The Ramban writes, HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't heal Moshe because Moshe didn't daven for it. Nothing happens without tefillah. Think about a person who has permission to take whatever he wants from the king's treasury. He arrives at the treasury, but doesn't have the key. He can't get inside. He can't take anything. This is what happens to a person who doesn't daven. Hashem wants to give us so much, but we must open his treasury. We open it with tefillah. The Chofetz Chaim, Zachron Livrocha, gives a mashal of a wealthy person who says to a poor man, "Come to my office and I will give you money." The poor man never came, so he never received. Hashem wants to give us wealth, shidduchim, health, and more. But sometimes the only way to get it is with the tefillah. If you don't ask, you don't get it. Rebbe Dovidel, the Tolner Rebbe, Zachron Livrocha, arrived at the inn of a Jewish couple, and he asked them to give him a lot of money. The amount he asked was their entire savings. The couple debated it between themselves until they decided to give what the Rebbe requested. The Rebbe went outside the inn, pointed to the left, and said to his gabbai, "It would be good if a large inn is built over here." Then he pointed to the right and said, "And a large stable over there." And he spoke about other renovations that would benefit the grounds. There was a misnagit in the inn at that time, and he was upset that the Rebbe asked the innkeepers to give away all their savings to him. Moreover, he found it strange that the Rebbe spoke about an imaginary large inn and a stable. But years later, he returned to the inn and saw that everything Rebbe Dovidel said occurred. There was a large inn where the Rebbe had suggested, and a large barn. Everything was exactly as the Rebbe had said. The couple who owned the inn was now very wealthy. He immediately traveled to Tolna and said to the Rebbe, "Everything you said occurred. Now I know that you're a holy man. But please explain to me why you took away from the couple all their savings." The Rebbe replied that it was destined from in Shamayim that this couple become rich. But without tefillah, it wouldn't happen. They weren't davening because they never felt the need to daven for their parnasa. So I took away their financial security. They poured out their hearts to Hashem, and they received the financial blessings that were due to them. We don't know what Hashem has in store for us. Perhaps wealth, children, Talmidei Chachamim, or other beautiful blessings. But we should know that the tefillah is the key to attain it. Thank you for joining. I wish you all a great and enjoyable Shabbos.